Cosmic Peeps, this is June and I welcome you to our new moon reading of September 2025, which lies in the energies of our female zodiac sign, Virgo. This is a general reading, so please be aware that the messages sometimes can resonate fully, sometimes partially, and sometimes not even a bit. And all of these possibilities are absolutely okay. But if they do resonate, I'm so happy to hear from you in the comment section. So let's set an intention first and let's cleanse the energies. I intend to open the divine portals of good, and I intend to close the portals of all negative forces, so that I am able to do this reading for the highest good of all, with light and love, for letting in the highest divine vibrations. And I lovingly call the guardian spirits from the highest light as well as the darkness, who are holding the right medicine and energetic attributes to come through for this very moment. And I ask to build a symbiotic balance in between the realms, as well as a protective shield against any physical, mental, and mischievous bother, so that we receive messages coming through in a most clear picture possible. I thank you, I appreciate you, and I love you. And now I'm happy to start the reading for you, my cosmic peeps. So my cosmic peeps, let's communicate, because we have Mercury here, right? And Mercury is the ruler planet of both Gemini and Virgo. And this makes perfect sense since we are in the month of Virgo. So we have Earth, we have the earth element here, but we have also the air element because of Gemini. And when Mercury appears, it is always about communication, and it needs to be communication because Mercury is also called the messenger of the gods and of course goddesses, right? And it's because of delivering messages between the realms, and he acts like a bridge in between. So of course we need strong communication skills. Hermes needs a fast processing and expressing of informations. He needs the adaptability. He needs an analytical mind. He needs a capacity for learning. He needs flexibility and a sharp intuition. He needs a capacity to shift perspectives when he wants something, right? Because as I said before, he is also a thief. But when I say thief, he is a thief for knowledge. Because a Hermes or a Gemini, also a Virgo, of course, they want to learn, they want to gain knowledge. So in order to express the knowledge for everyone, because knowledge needs to be free, knowledge needs to be fluid, so that everyone can learn from it. And this is what Hermes did and does. So I need to put all the times in here, because he's everywhere and nowhere at the same time. You never know where a Hermes is. You also never know where a Gemini is. You often know where a Virgo is because they love their homes and their family, but you will never know where a Hermes or a Gemini is. So knowledge is incredibly important, especially nowadays, right? Because Otherwise, we can't build technology. Otherwise, we can't trade. Otherwise, we can't commerce. Otherwise, we can't transport information. We can't transport knowledge. And this is what we nowadays do with this technology, which is sometimes, I know, which is sometimes not that fast as we think it should be, right? But this is also a thing of controlling, because we live on this planet which is called Earth, what we call Earth, and what we know as Earth. And the knowledge and the information and the technology we should know are often hidden from, I would say, from the normal person, right? They hide them from us. So this is why we try to, and when I say the practitioners nowadays, when we try to express knowledge, then it is to awake your soul, to awake your mind, to awake your heart. Because as when we come to this earth, we immediately, and this is what I always say, we immediately forget who we were and who we are, and that we carry so much information which we gained before in other past lives, right? And it is a phenomenon, and it is on purpose that we should forget that. Sometimes it's good, I know, but often, unfortunately, it's not that good, because we need that information, we need that knowledge to survive on this planet called Earth, right? Otherwise, we do not know who we are, and we do not know how to act. So this is why we have Hermes with Mercury here. Hermes is helping us in the light as well as in the darkness, to embrace our darkness so we can survive in the light. Hermes is helping us to transport the information everywhere, on every spot he is moving. He is finding for us, so that we can pick all the I would say all the dots, so we can connect all the dots and all the information we need to live here. We need to survive here in order to communicate. Because when we do not communicate to one another and with yourself also, then we have what we have nowadays, and this is war, fear, depression, anxiety, separation. The Yes, it is what we do not want, really. The human, the divine human being, you are a divine light being. But when I say light being, you need to know that you can only see light within the darkness, and vice versa. So when we talk about light, it is I can also say love, because love is everywhere. Love is in the light as well as in the darkness. This is why I always say embrace your darkness, talk about the darkness, and research about your darkness. Go within yourself. You can, of course, use your psychic abilities. You can, of course, go in psychiatry, but it is not about the psyche in this case, right? Because nowadays they often tend to go in a direction in which they call you kind of a which they call you crazy, right? They say, oh, go to a psychiatrist, you are not normal, you are crazy. But my goodness, we are all crazy. And it is funny to be strange and to be funny and to be not normal, right? Because when we are all normal, what the society uh, want what the society is, how can I say it, expecting from us, right? They expect from us to be normal. But I ask you, what is normal? Nothing is normal. We are all individuals. We are all one. We are all unique. We are all unique beings, divine beings. And the society, especially the ones who are holding the powers, not on a righteous way, I would say that, I would point that, but uh, they try to divide us. They try that we all hide ourselves in our shelters so that we feel alone, so that we feel separated, so that we do not want to have contact with other beings, right? Because when you are separated, those powers who do not have good intentions at heart and mind, because they just want to control you, it's for them, it's then easier to control you, to put by putting anxiety, by putting fear into your mind. And and then this feeling let you feel stuck. You are then stuck in fearness, in anxiety. And this is why nowadays most of the people, unfortunately, uh, visit doctors and they can't help them. Why can't they help them? Because it is not about a psyche thing. It's about the controlling mechanisms in which we live nowadays. So this is why it is important to say, embrace your darkness. Try to manifest what you want and what you do not want. And I'm sure one thing what you do not want is that everyone calls you crazy, um, or stupid or something like that. But when you have embraced your darkness, you can laugh when they say to you, why, you are crazy, you're not normal, you're stupid, you are this, you are that. Then you can laugh, because you know then that they don't, yeah. You see, I don't have words for it. You immediately know that this is nonsense, because you know yourself, you know thyself. Nobody can tell you anything when you have expressed sometimes, and when you have learned about your darkness, because you need your darkness to survive. You can't always be, oh, I'm a good person and everyone is using you. No, this is not how it works. They want that to work like that. But I remind you here, and I will catch it up again and again, and I repeat that again and again. You are a mighty divine being. You are here because you have a purpose. And this purpose, Hermes knows about his purpose. This is why he's always traveling for us. And of course, when Hermes is traveling, he knows that others called him names or crazy or something like that. But he's laughing and he's traveling anyway. So why do you try to give him names, right? You don't need to bother anyone. Why do you try that? Why are you trying that? Just stop to just stop, right? Do your thing and let the others do their thing. So this is about Mercury. So we need to know that you, as I said, you can't stop a Hermes, especially not a god or a goddess, right? You can't stop them. So just stop to try it, okay? Because you will bother everyone. Not only Mercury, not only the flow, you will bother yourself and everyone around you, because this is really not that easy. You will put a hard time to everyone when you try it. Just leave everyone alone, okay? And what I mean by that, leave everyone alone, this is, it's not a mean thing. It's not that I say it on in an aggressive way. No, it's absolutely not aggressive, but it is a reflection, a reflection and self-discipline to reflect thyself in order to be able to leave the others alone with their purposes. Of course, you can connect with others to build a bigger bridge, to build a bigger foundation, to build a, let's say, higher skyscraper full of knowledge, right? For this, it's perfect. Then you can bother someone and say, I want to build a skyscraper full of knowledge with you. Let's put our knowledge together and let's do something much, much higher, a divine skyscraper full of knowledge, okay? So for this purpose, it is wonderful, because you also need to know, we also have to consider that when we have knowledge, when we have education, well, education means nothing as long as you use it for bad purposes. And this, my cosmic peeps, is my own quote. I quote myself here. Education means nothing as long as you use it for bad purposes. You can catch that quote up on my Instagram account if you want. I posted it there a long time ago. You can use it, of course, as long as you mentioned me, but you can use it, of course. So we need to, as I said before, knowledge has to be free. Knowledge has to be fluid, so that it can catch every one of us. Like water, right? Everyone, we are from water. Yes, we carry so much water within us. We carry so much blood. It is always a fluid thing. So, and when we connect to one another, you can imagine that as if our bloods are also connecting to one another. We are connected anyways. We are connected anyways with our souls, right? We are like a tree which has roots, logically. A tree has roots. And when the roots come together, we have this massive tree trunk. And when we come together, we together are this massive tree trunk. And from this tree trunk, yes, there comes leaves and flowers and fruits and whatever, right? So much things. And when we are fruitable, this tree is wonderful. And this is what we also can do when we work together, when we connect to one another through the roots, until we come out of this trunk with beautiful flowers and leaves and fruits and I don't know what. This is beautiful. Please imagine yourself and the other souls as this beautiful tree. We are one. They want us to separate, yes, but we are one. Please remind that everyone, when someone is trying to divide your soul, when someone is trying to bother you, when someone is trying to destroy you, even with violence, with gaslighting, and I don't know what, remind yourself that you are a divine light being. It is really not, it is not, the others are not allowed to destroy your soul, destroy your being. And you have the mighty capacity, you have it, because otherwise there were no Mercury. You have the capacity to say no, and this is, my peeps, your darkness, because you need that darkness to build a shield against negative energies when you need it. You can't be always, I love everyone, and such things. Yeah, you can't act like this. Of course you can, but yeah, there are unfortunately creations out there. They will try to hurt you. So, and when I say this is your darkness, and when I say you have to you should build a shield against negative energies, I don't mean that you should be that you should be um, angry or something like that. No, this is also love. To say someone, you have to stop here, I don't accept that. It is also love, because it is, first of all, love to yourself, to thyself. It is respect to your soul. Your soul will appreciate this moment when you say no, I don't accept that. Because when you carry too much burden, unfortunately it can lead to really bad illnesses, and this is what we do not want, right? And I wish that for nobody. And I'm sure you do not want to stuck with a nasty illness just because you carry too much burdens which others tried to dump on you, or they succeeded, right? No, this is what I say, embrace your darkness, just to be kind, not in an aggressive way. No, I don't promote violence in any ways here. Just be gentle, be kind, just say no, and protect yourself. And by protecting yourself, you also protect your soul and others too. You also protect your counterpart, even if they do not know it yet. Okay? It is always a reflection, it is always fluid. Every action brings a reaction, or a fluid motion. So when you work, first of all, with yourself, you can change so much. So what I'm promoting here is or what I'm asking for, or to be more clearly, to be more specific, Spirit is asking, I can't say Spirit is asking to reflect yourself any time, in any moment. Before you say something, just hold on for a moment. I know when we have Hermes, I know that it is not always possible to stay calm for a moment, because especially when we have Mercury, especially when we have communication, it is and when it is fast communication, you need to be fast and flexible as well in your mind, so that your heart can process that speed, right? It is not easy. It is not easy to process that much information coming from Mercury, aka Hermes, aka Gemini, and those energies, right? I know it's not easy. And so this is why you need to have this capacity to shift perspectives and to allow this shifting for yourself, for your higher good, and higher good not only for yourself, but for everyone, because everyone can profit from it. And because when you act like a good example, a light example, then it is easier for the others to see your light, and then there's a big chance that they also reflect themselves within your light, right? Don't forget that. So now we have talked so much about Mercury. Let's connect this to this turquoise stone. And of course, this makes perfect sense. The most of you, I'm sure, the most of you know this gemstone as a protective gemstone, and of course, it is a protective gemstone. But this stone is there for spiritual growth, to deepen your connection to the higher divine. It carries a rich history, and it has a spiritual significance across many cultures, because it is also a bridge between the physical and the spiritual worlds, right? And yes, it is a protection stone, but it is also a purification stone. It is believed to create a shield around you. This was what I'm talking about, right? A shield against negative energies. And this stone can help you by that when you carry this stone. And it can help you to uh, to to purify your aura, to transmute or transform the vibrations, the frequencies, so that your self-expression and your throat chakra can purify, so that you have it easier to communicate honestly and confidently and express the truth. Not that I'm saying that you don't speak the truth, right? Don't misunderstand me. No, it's just it's more easier, okay? And it can help you to overcome shyness. Maybe it can help you to have empathy towards the others or the action of others. It can help you to enhance your intuition and your spiritual awareness, and can help you to figure out complex situations, and so that you can find deep wisdom and light within yourself first. So when you find wisdom and light within yourself first, it can help you to build to to find emotional balance, because then you can elevate stress, anxiety, and maybe moody feelings, right? And it promotes also peace and serenity. And maybe you struggle with regrets, so it can help you also by that. So at the end, it can bring you good luck, prosperity, and a positive awareness, so that you can balance your yin and yang energies. And it is also, you can also call a turquoise for protection and to connect with your deep spiritual being, right? It can help you also to connect to your higher self. So, and this all makes perfect sense when we recognize that we have here the starseed card called a new earth. And why does it make sense? Because when we have Hermes and when we have turquoise, we talked about communication, we talked about purification, we talked about trade and commerce, and building creating shields around us. And why is this necessary? It is necessary to build a new earth. Well, I have to mention that in spirituality, when we talk about a new earth, spirit uses simple words, simple phrases, uh, with simple phrases, so humanity can work with it. Sometimes it is the case when complicated words come through, then of course you can struggle with it, right? Everyone from us can struggle with new phrases and new words. So spirit is trying to keep it simple. So this is why I myself also try to keep it simple when I talk to you, and when I try to let the knowledge come through to you. It is not easy to get information, to receive information, and then to express in so as if you need to, as a teacher, kind of, right? But I don't want to be a teacher, no. And I'm not a teacher, but nothing against teachers, so I pointed out. But I don't want to teach you anything. My purpose is to let the information come through me and to give it to you. This is all. Okay? You can do with that information whatever you want to do, because at this moment, when I receive that information and when I try to make sense of it for you so that you can work with it, since this moment it is all about yourself. Okay, I let them go through me. I make some I make some noises because I'm speaking, so I spread vibrations and I use words, so I make some noises, and uh, yeah, this is the way I try to spread the knowledge, to awake your soul, to be of service for you, my peeps, because this is what spirit try to spirit is always trying to communicate. And how can spirit communicate? Spirit is communicating through us, okay, through the light beings, through the beautiful souls who are practitioner. Doesn't matter in which spiritual field you are, they speak through them, especially through those who are connected to the ancient times, to really try to not go with the regularly flow. I don't spread hate, I appreciate every work you do, but especially those ones who are connected to the ancient times, to far, far, far away times. Okay, there are some practitioners who really try to connect and to gain knowledge, to let the knowledge come through without any substances, just clear, right? With that, what you have, and this is your avatar, your body, your soul, your mind, and this, with this attributes, with this what we have on this earth, they try to help humanity. As I said, doesn't matter what a practitioner you are, or if you are going to be a practitioner, a healer, an alchemist, whatever. Okay, I I would never dare to say something bad to someone else. Never. I just say, pick the one who is speaking to your soul. Doesn't matter who it is. It can be one person, it can be two or three, doesn't matter. Pick those who are speaking to your soul. Your soul will tell you if information are resonating with your soul, as long as you are surrendering yourself to the divine source. When you are ready to connect to the divine source, then the light codes will come through. And you can also try it with meditation if you will. But you can also try it just by lying down on your bed or on the ground and just stay in silence, in stillness. Maybe you can lit up a candle, just one candle, and stay in the darkness, even if it's bright. If it's daylight, sorry, you can make your room a little bit darker, lit a candle, and just stay in silence. And when you do it in the nights, but when you do it in nighttime, then the light codes will come more fastly, more fully, right? Then you will, that the chance that you will understand it better or clearer is given then. So I would recommend to do those things in the evenings or at night, but of course you can do it in daytime as well, as long as you surrender fully. This is really a necessary need, because when you just lie down and feel nothing, it's not that easy. I don't say it's not possible. I would not dare to say that. But it's of course possible. Just do what you feel. Just do what your soul is telling you, okay? Not what everyone or someone is telling you. This is why I know I repeat myself. This is why I'm saying embrace your darkness, because by embracing your darkness you will also embrace your light. Okay, it's that simple. It's really not hard. It's really simple. The work the work and the fear can be hard. I know that. Okay, I know that. But when you try it and when you recognize that it is not that bad, then everything is going to be easier. But spiritual work, I will mention that spiritual work is hard work. Okay, it is really hard work. So and for that, spiritual work is hard work. Because of that, it is also not easy to build a new earth, or aka a new planet, a new realm, a new galaxy, a new universe, maybe, right? We do not know that, because Spirit is saying here to me, to Hermes, with this turquoise stone, you did your job. Some of you did their job kind of perfectly. So it is now time, even if we have talked about communication that much, but it is now time to rest. It is now time for a pause, to reconsider, to review, to rethink, to build new existing methods, to encourage the people, the humanity, to cultivate clear thoughts through navigating the worlds and inner selves, to understand how to connect with others, to grow spiritually, not only for yourself, to grow spiritually for everyone. So, as I said before, so that everyone can connect to one another, so we can build a new earth, a new bright earth. And when you look at this stone which is kind of similar to the new Earth here. They have the same colors, and they are beautiful, and we are connected to a female energy and to water. And water makes also perfect sense, because we have here the watering can, the witchcraft card, which is calling, you need the watering can, you need nature, you need not only the plants and the trees, you of course need also these little bees here because we were not here if there wouldn't be bees, right? Without bees, we were nothing. We couldn't survive here. Um, Unfortunately, not everyone know that we couldn't survive without bees. They are working so hard. They travel so fast, similarly to Mercury. They travel so fast to and so far to far distances, right? They fly between far distances just to catch some stuff from the flowers, just to make honey, just to bring them to their queen, and to build this shelter, what we know as geometric forms, right? They are pure, clean geometric form in which they live, right? And we can't do such a thing. We are not able to do such a thing. We need bees to survive. They are a wonderful, I would say beautiful phenomenon of this beautiful earth. What we can make it beautiful when we are ready to spread light, to spread love, to make humanity better, to talk to our souls, to talk to the souls, to talk to the hearts, to catch our hearts, right? Even when it's hurting. But when it hurts, you know that someone was happening, something was happening, something happened to you, even in this life or in a past life, which you have to purify, which you have to work with before we move on to this new world, to this new earth. The name, I don't know the name. I can't tell you the names. Even Spirit is not telling me the name. But I'm sure that Hermes, with the help of a turquoise and the help of the divine feminine, will help us to build this new reality. Doesn't matter where it is going to be exist, but they will help. And if you wonder, because if you wonder that we just have feminine, the divine feminine, pardon me, we have also, which is also hidden, we don't see it immediately, we have also the divine masculine. And how we have the divine masculine, where is the divine masculine? Here is the divine masculine. Because this turquoise stone is the main stone of our zodiac sign, Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is a male zodiac sign of winter. It is a fire zodiac sign. So we have also the divine masculine. We have fire, which is there for acting, for movement, right? For manifestation. And it helps by connecting to all those cards. So we have earth with the turquoise card, because the stone of course comes from a rock, right? It is earth. Also the sand here, it is also earth. We have water, right? We have the divine, we have air with Mercury. So we have all four elements, and we even have 5 elements, because we are building an equilibrium here. So we need that equilibrium to build a new realm, to build a new existence, to build new existing methods, because this methods, Spirit is saying, the methods you have used until now are not serving you now. Maybe some of your Spirit is saying some of you need to move, because the energies in which you have lived are not serving you anymore. So you have a bigger purpose, you have another purpose, you have a place. Maybe you have a place in your mind right now, but there is a place in which you have to move, so that you can continue with your work, with your purpose. And the purpose is, well, this is why you are here on this earth. This is why you are reincarnated on this earth, because you have a purpose. Every one of us has a purpose. It is often the case that we recognize our purpose after our awakening, but often it is the case that we feel, even when we are kids, we feel that something is not, maybe not right, or it feels not right for us, or maybe something is strange, or we feel kind of lost, or we have knowledge where our parents or the adults, as a adult, they just say, how do you know that this can't be possible? You can't know that. This is not that reality. I don't know what, right? As a kid, you kind of feel that, but as a kid, unfortunately, nobody is going to support you by that. Often it's the case that they laugh at you, and they think that, this is just imagination, it is just fantasy. This girl or this boy is living in the fantasy, and it's just dreaming, right? But you feel that, even maybe you have dreamed of it. Maybe you have dreamed about your past lives. As I said, you have knowledge which others do not have in the same age, right? So, and then decades later, you have your awakening, and boom, everything is there, and you have to go through that, right? And of course, you have anxiety. Of course, you cry. Of course, you feel distracted. You feel as if you are going to lose your mind, right? You feel as if you have lost everyone, especially yourself. You even don't know who you are anymore. But this is the dark night, what we call dark night, because we have to go through that dark night. This is the process in where your ego is dying, in where you recognize who you are, and recognize that this earth and what happened and happens here makes no sense at all, right? And hopefully you start maybe your own business with spiritual practices, right? And are in service for others, but first of all for yourself, of course, and then for others. But it is a work of decades maybe, and this needs time, years and years and years. It needs time. Even I myself, I mentioned that before at the beginning of this my channel. Because of illness, I have lost my voice. I have lost the languages. This is why maybe I sometimes come into little troubles because of word finding. But I I stood up, and the first thing I thought was, I need to get back that language. I need to learn a language which everyone is able or have the chance to understand, right? Not only the language in which you are living, in the country from which you are living, no, a language everyone has the chance to understand, right? So, and I really come to the point, and so even nowadays, I'm sorry when I do some spelling mistakes, or when I don't find words so fast, but I'm here for you. I know what my purpose is. I'm here for you, and I'm here to spread that light. I'm here to help you, to support you, to make sense about all of this strange energy in which we are forced to live, right? So please, when you are struggling to make maybe your own business, and when I say business, to be of service for others, and you don't know yet what to do, which way you should went, or follow, just begin, just start somewhere. You will find your way. Even I myself, um, I'm always finding new ways. I'm always finding new, new ways to spread the wisdom of the divine spiritual source, right? I'm really try hard to spread this knowledge to you, because I don't want to hide that knowledge. It's not it's our knowledge, okay? When I receive that knowledge, it is not my knowledge. It is our knowledge, okay? So please, don't be scared when you want to do such a work, when you want to be of service for others and for yourself. Just start. I highly recommend that. Just start, maybe with a meditation, but I also recommend, when you start, have a shower, or do some cleansing rituals. And I can also say, when you do some when you go on the internet, you will hear so much mantras or affirmations or whatever. You don't need to use the exact phrases or frames or words. Of course, for the beginning, when you don't have the right words, when you at the beginning do not know how to start, of course, then use that phrases, use that sentences which you learned, right? But don't stuck by that. Let your energy run free, so that you are able to build your own energy, to build your own words, to build your own art, okay? Because when we talk about art, art is ever existing. In the moment in where art is manifesting, art will live forever. This is what we can see in history. When in ancient times they make art on stones, and we nowadays we can see that, we can we can learn from it, okay? Even just with arts, you don't always need words to express knowledge. You can express knowledge with art. Yes, I said before, vibrations, words, knowledge expressing, etc. Yes, I said that. But maybe you aren't able because of any illness, I don't know, I hope not, but when you want to spread knowledge, and you have knowledge, or you are receiving knowledge and you want to spread that, you don't need your mouth or your tongue or your voice to spread knowledge. You can also spread knowledge just with paintings, with art, um, any kind of arts, right? With the stones, with canvases, with water, with sketches, with handicraft. Do what you are gifted with, and maybe this gift will express itself while you are in your own energy of creation. Okay, so long term short, long term short, this is what Hermes does and always do still. Okay, so for building this new reality, for building this new world, we do not know the name yet. We need to come together. We need to build that strong foundation to have a wonderful, loving, motherly loving new realm. And this is why we this is why you are called to stop, you are called to make a pause, to rethink, as I mentioned before, because in this new realm everything has to be purified. This is why we have the turquoise here. You need to be purified. This is why we have water as well here. You need to nurture. You need to purify. Well, let's come to the water can a little bit more. Just some words here, which comes to my mind, because the water can stands always for emotion and intuition and goddesses and the womb and the creativity, and water brings plants to life, but not only plants, of course, also humanity. And it is a call to focus on growth, on healing and on intuition, and to work with natural energies. And the bee is here. The bee symbolizes life, to nurture the garden. And what I mean by that is not only nurturing your physical garden, of course you can nurture your physical garden, but when we talk about garden, it is your own garden. Your inner soul is also a garden, right? You need to nurture that. So pure new energy can give birth, because we talked about the womb, right? You can give birth to new energy, to a new world, to a new earth, to a new reality, and a healthy birth, right? A purified birth in light, with love, and with, of course, we don't have to forget that, with appreciation. Okay, and just because we have so much water here, I decided to make a short, teeny tiny water reading, which we have here. I have a little bit of water here. So let's see what the water is telling us, what Spirit is telling us through the water. So because of the fact we have two zodiac signs here, because of Mercury, we have Virgo, and this new moon is lying in the energies of Virgo anyway, and we have Gemini. I will put 2 drops of ink into the water. Oh, let's see. And I immediately recognize something. Oh, well, that's beautiful. I don't know if you have recognized it. In the moment I put this ink into the water, we had some little teeny tiny kind of little planets here, right? They disappear slowly but steadily, but they build uh, kind of a galaxy here. And uh, this seems to be a heart, right? Yes, it has changed a little bit, and I think this two will connect to one another because we have Hermes, and I will do not manipulate this water because I want to see how this is going to change maybe uh, while we are talking about the energies. So spirit is, do you see that there is a little planet here, and this is a little connection. This is spreading in this direction. Yeah, let's see. We have little dots here. I don't know if you can see that. No, I think you can't, unfortunately. But we have little dots here, which is kind of similarly to a new moon picture. I don't know if you have recognized it when you make pictures of the new moon. You see you see kind of a grumpy field, right, with points and kind of rocks. I don't know what it is, but it is. It's not a flat thing, right? It is rocky and yes, and this is mirroring this face. So what I can see here, you see that? This is a life being from the water, right? This is a life being. Yeah, this two will connect to one another. So Spirit is saying clearly uh, that we have two worlds here. We have one world which is slowly and steadily will disappear here because this is why it gets in two directions. Uh, this one and this one will connect to one another because we need to we need to move forward to this other dimension, right? From this side to the other and from this side to the other. Okay, so we need a little portal to move forward, and this portal, our Hermes is there to build that portal for us because, as I said at the very beginning, Hermes is the messenger and the bridge between the realms. So Hermes will act in between the realms, and this will connect. As you can see, it builds spikes here like a star, right? And this is going to be like a new moon. This will disappear here, and yeah. Unfortunately, I would love to make a video from it, a longer video, but I have to make it short. This reading was a very long reading. I know that. Even yeah, it is a reading of communication, right? We have Hermes, we have Gemini and Virgo, we have water, we have female energy, we have the turquoise card, which is connected to Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is also a philosophical sign, a communicator also. Not that much as a Hermes, because as we know, Hermes needs that for trading and to be a thief and to communicate. And Sagittarius is more a loving, kind of a loving manipulator, it drops in your mind and build gardens, and it's nurturing your garden so that your creation, your mind starts to spread, to nurture flowers so that flowers can grow. And yeah, Sagittarius is more the philosopher, and he's a yeah, he goes with poetic phrases, right? And he acts with kindness, and tries to really go into your mind, to connect with your mind while you are communicating with Sagittarius, right? And whereas Gemini, for example, do not try that really. They not really try to 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 pick the dots always, right? They communicate fast, and they have no time, and so they need to communicate because they have to move on. But Sagittarius, they communicate, and they are staying there. They are looking in your eyes, and they communicate, and they can build you a fantastic realm in which you then immediately feel safe and sound, right? And you feel as if you know the Sagittarius for a really, really long time. And but we can talk about Sagittarius when when Sagittarius is when the time of Sagittarius is coming. Then we can talk more about Sagittarius. So I will stop that for today. But as you can see, this is kind of building a new realm of existence. This is a new eye, right? And they connect here to one another. And this here, this is the new moon. You see that? This is more dark here. And this is symbolizing the new moon. And this is symbolizing this new earth from above. This is why we have this dot here, because when you look at the earth, when you look from above to the earth, they have dots on the above, and on the below they have dots. So this is the dot of the starting point, if you will, from this new realm, and it will build a new reality, right? By letting the information, letting some, not all information, letting some information come through, even through the moon, because the moon, right, it is female. It is connected to water, so we have here female. This is the nearest to water, the moon, right? We have Selene here, which is the goddess of the moon as well. So we have the new moon here, and we have new realities here, which are, as we are talking, as I'm talking, it is changing, and it needs to change. You don't need to be scared about changes, because changes are necessary to build a foundation, to build a new world. Because I will stop that, but this comes to my mind when you imagine the earth as a puzzle, and when you put the puzzle, when you spread the puzzle outside, and you try to change the puzzle pieces around that globe, and you put them new together, a new realm is created, right? Now you can think, well, the puzzles are they are manifested, you can change the puzzles. You can, in a world, in a divine world, in which you try, and this is symbolizing the puzzle pieces, right? You see how they build their bonds together. You see how they fit together, right? Even if it seems as there is open space, no, they will change, and you can put them together, because spirit is wishes for us to build that new realm, to build that new energy. So Spirit will help us to change the puzzle pieces as needed, so that we can put them together for a new realm, right? And then while they are moving around that globe, around that new energy, around that new world or earth, they will change while moving so that they can fit to this new earth, right? So, my cosmic peeps, now it's really time to stop that. As you can see, we have here the new moon, clearly, now. And here the puzzle pieces, aka this new realm, is changing. It is changing for good. And it symbolizes also Mercury here. You see, it is also moving. It is movement. The world needs to move, otherwise the puzzle pieces can't fit, right? The new transmuted puzzle pieces can't fit. So, my cosmic peeps, this is enough. This is enough for today. I know it was very long this time, but when we have Mercury, as I said before, when we have Mercury, or when we have especially Gemini, then it is all about communication. Even I myself talk more than my more as in my other videos. You can see that it is very longer, but now I stop that. So in this sense, my peeps, let's build a new realm. Let's connect to the divine, feminine as well as the masculine. Let's take the action after we make a pause, after we rethink, right? So that we can move on in a healthy way, so that we can move on in a purified way, so that we can start nurturing and growing in this new realm of existence, right? So thank you to all the spirits here, which all here supporting us, especially Mercury. I I had the feeling as if Mercury is also talking to me the whole time. But the information came, and I need to give it away to you so that you can work with it. So in this sense, my peeps, let's build this new purified new realm, and I love to meet your soul there. So at the end of this reading, let's close the doors together. I thank all the guardian spirits for supporting us through the destinations of this little journey. I thank you, I love you, and I appreciate you. I intend to let open the divine portals of good. You are free to decide whether you like to stay or to go whenever you feel, as long as you hold positive intentions at heart and mind. I command all the closed portals of all negative forces to stay closed. You are not allowed to come through. The doors are closed. The doors are closed. The doors are closed now. As I'm closing the doors with this bowl, to all entities, spirits, and guardian spirits of the highest light, as well as the darkness, I thank you, I love you, I appreciate you. And now I'm so happy that this reading went well for my cosmic peeps. I hope the messages are gonna assist you on your individual path, my cosmic peeps. In this sense, as I said before, let's wait. Hermes is always ready for surprises. Hermes is always ready to surprise us and everyone. So in this sense, bye bye my cosmic peeps. Love you lots. See you, new moon.